Hello guys, and welcome to the fourth episode of Light It Up with Marcelino. I am your host Marcelino Mtuku. Yep, it's June 2020. Coronavirus still hovering around. It's not going anywhere, and it's that month that single people hate because it's not favor to them. It's a cold season, man. A woolen. This week has been late. June has started off well, but I just discovered something that threw me off. I kind of felt shaky. Here's the story. So you've been talking to this person for years now. Online, you become more than net strangers. You kinda liked the vibe that came with it. You helped them a lot in many ways, sometimes even getting worried if the advices you gave them really worked. This is someone you have trusted with all your private life details, as in it's like juju walkopea, and you just sit there, wonder and ponder if what you're doing is really okay. Then after creating all this connection, they disappear. Pop, never ever to hear from them again. Then they leave you there confused. Like, what did I do wrong to them? They never left a word, even a word, to say they have gone or anything. They just left you there asking yourself questions. What did I say, or what just happened? This all confused, worried state goes for 2 to 3 months. These all, you forget them and move on. I know you might ask, why are you doing all this? But remember, there was this connection created. It was concrete. At some point, I was even confused what if I was talking to a terrorist. But then after years and months, you come to realize you've been talking to them still up to date. Yes. Majabu nieti, the person at that time had created a fake account and had even used fake information to feed you with fake pictures, fake everything. But at that time still, they were contacting me through their real account, but not that regularly. So it was like 2 different people, but one person. For years. They tell me this after all those years. Juicy, Manze, what was the intention of all this? Am I even making sense? That is hurting, confusing, depressing, and kind of toxic, and I don't know. But it is what it is. Here's a song to start and cool this mood by Master KG. A beautiful song that has become everyone's darling. It's a beautiful song. Here is Jerusalem.
Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami.
Jerusalem, KG. So there's some things we learned in school that we haven't even used in our lives ever. And it makes me think, why did we have to study those things? Like algebra, matrix. Why did we study that? Sin, cos, tan, I've never used it anywhere. Logarithms, the most confusing of them all. The periodic table, Pythagorean theory, oh god. Then someone told me I have used algebra and Pythagorean theory to think critically. It has helped me in my thinking. It's not about the numbers. How now? Like really, how? Here's a story, by the way. I remember when we were asked to report to school with mathematical sets. And that day, I remember I reported to school with a new mathematical set. Then, because I never wanted it to be stolen, I would walk with it everywhere that day. And around break time, simi nikasikia kwenda kwa ofisi, yani to the washrooms. And when I was trying kufunga trouser juu after nimemaliza my business, the set ikaanguka ndani ya shimo ya choo. And the maths class was already starting because the bell had rung. And I could not get time to go and borrow a set in the other classes because the teachers had already started streaming into the classes, and I had the whole break time to borrow a set, and so it could be so funny to see someone coming to us the set after the bell was rung anyway. So when I got into the class, the teacher asked us, whoever has not reported with a mathematical set to come in front, and we were made to kneel down. Actually, we were two. But for me, my case was different. And she was there like, why didn't you borrow in other classes during break time? Or buy one? And it's only 50 bob. Why lie to me at imeanguka kwa choo? My desk mate and my friends in class are the only people who had seen me with the set. So they could not have helped me at all, and there was no evidence that I had come with the sets. Anyway, we have used mathematics in a lot of things. For me, I think I've used mathematics in the kitchen, cooking, all those measurements, the fractions. And someone told me last week that the position we take when taking selfies, that's angles. The angles we take to get that perfect selfie. That is mathematics still. But why do we hate the subject mathematics? Most of us do. Here's a song by Sahuti Soul. It's from the new album, Midnight Train. This is the best song that I have just felt the vibe. And the way Chimanu's voice is so authoritating in this song, it's just epic. Here is Feel My Love.
She says she's okay. I don't believe her. There's just something about the way she turned her back on me. I know in my mind I'll never leave her. There's just something about the way we love each other right. And even though we fight all night and day, I know sometimes in love there can be pain. And even though we need a little break, I know that you'll come back to me. You know that I'll come back to you, 'cause that's when you'll start to feel my love. Feel it, that's when you feel it. start to feel my love. Feel it, that's when you feel it.
Usiponipenda nitapendwa na nani? Nitakuwa mgeni wa nani? Ukiwa mbali nami nabaki tabani. Ona nahisi kisirani, hawa haina maana mimi na wewe kuzozana. Mbona tunasimangana, hatuwezi semezana. My love, haina maana mimi na wewe kuzozana. Mbona tunasimangana, hatuwezi semezana.
And even though we fight all night and day, I know sometimes in love there can be pain. And even though we need our rain,
I know that you come back to me, and you know that I come back to you.
that's when you start to feel my love. Feel it.
Feel my love, Chimano, Sauti Sol. So, then there were these teachers who used to shrub in school. By the way, the Luo teachers never used to shrub sana. And by the way, have you realized that the Luos only shrub what they don't like? Like cedar for problems, shida. Mandazis. City council, the city council. In your entire life, have you heard a Luo man say Mercedes or Range Rover Sports? You know, some kind of thing. Never. And then Luos love prefixes. Titles comes before those titles that come before the name, you know, like Dr. Okello, Engineer Omondi. But we, the people of Central Watuawaru, we love suffixes, titles that come after the name. Mwangi wa Equity, Wanjiko wa Makara. I remember our teacher who was called Rerimo wa Mira, and we came to know that because we had someone calling her in the kitchen, Rerimo wa Mira. She used to sell Mira, and anyway, it was funny. And then there were these teachers who used to call Puritan teachers. The teachers who would get into class and just make you sleep. It's like they were handing over Puritans. The class would turn into a sleeping beauty contest. The boring kind of teachers. And that was school life for you. Anyway, before we crash and burn, I hope we see the light. Subscribe to the podcast and don't forget to share. Adios. This was the time that I had for you today, and let's continue growing together and showing me the love. And I'm gonna leave you with this new song by Tanasha Donna. It's beautiful. Niko Sawa, 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 Sawa. It's a beautiful song. I like the way it is just authentic and it has this feeling. Anyway, here is Sawa by the one and only Madam Tanasha Donna. You can sing it when you're showering. Nikki shower.
Sawa, 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 sawa. I've been loving you in my dreams, and I've been thinking of you endlessly. Nakauko hapa, niko sawa. I love you forever. Gonna give everything, 'cause I'm loving you. Good energy. Nakauko sawa, niko sawa.